Hey y'all. All right. Today, or this evening, tonight, I'm going to be polishing these headlights. As you can see, this one is pretty dull. This one over here isn't as dull. This is on Project, used to be Project Dolly. Now I'm calling her Big Booty Trudy. Why, you might ask, Big Booty? I don't know. You tell me. What does that look like to you? So, anyway, now we got that out of the way. One more other thing. Thank you so much for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. I tremendously appreciate it. And I really do appreciate all of your wonderful comments, too. So thank you so much for that. All right. Now, back to work. One of the things that's important here is you've got to have, you can do it by hand. I don't recommend it, but you can do it by hand if you want to. I do not. I'd much rather do it with an electric drill. Now, you can do this with cordless or corded drill. It doesn't really matter, but it's really important to have a drill. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to lay out the sanding pads. Now I got the Mother's headlight polishing kit, and it comes with several different grits of sandpaper. Like there's a 500 grit, and it's all tan color. There's I think that's 800, and then there's a 1500. Yeah. See this 800, this is 800 also. This is 3M. Yeah, I've got two kits. I got a 3M and Mother's. So then I think we go from 800 to 1500 and then down to 3000. And after the 3000, then we start using some polish, like with this guy here, this sponge. But first, put this part here in the drill. The little chuck, or the pad, I guess you could call it. Put it in the drill, no big deal. We're going to start with 500. Yeah, we'll start with 500. We'll use that one right there. Now, I like to use a little bit of water or glass cleaner on the headlight to make it to where it wants to just glide across it. And it also, the water or the soap, the liquid basically removes any kind of dust that gets clogged up in the sandpaper here. Okay, so that's important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my lights over here, and I'm going to get a chair to sit in, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm just going to show you how I go about doing this. I'm going to put you back here on the tailgate. And I've got my soap or glass cleaner on the glass and the headlight. All right, try and get the light so it's not like your all's eyes. Watch this. Spray it down. Keep the pad moving. Keep it moving, keep it lubricated. Okay. Like I was saying, keep the pad moving on the drill here. Keep it moving across the headlight and keep it lubricated. Also, there's these little nubs that stick out from the headlight, and they are, you can like file them down or grind them down if you want to. I wouldn't recommend that. I just work around them. Okay. Let me pause this. I'll be right back. Okay. Like I was saying, yeah, I just sand around these little nubs here. I don't worry about them that much, and I just try to get around everything, and then I go through, clean all of the residue off. That residue is the old dead plastic. Okay. You may have to do this more than once, depending on how badly the headlights are faded or lenses are faded. I use this same method on the tail lights, and they turned out beautiful, and also on the cab light, the back cargo and brake light back there. I use the same method on that. You're going to see all of these white little specks. That's that residue coming off, so don't worry about it too much. It's not a big deal. You can easily clean that off. So, next, then you move up to, what I do is I move up to the 800 grit, and if the headlight looks duller after you do the 500, don't worry, it's actually supposed to. So, we did we're going to do the 800 grit now. Okay. All right, here we go. Do the 800 grit next. You see how dull it looks. Right there, it's drying off. When it dries off, it looks even worse. It's actually supposed to, so don't fret. Okay, don't worry about it. And same procedure. just like with the 500 grit. Put a little on there. You can even put some on the pad if you want. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to back this up, the camera again, because trying to hold the camera and do this too at the same time is just difficult. Okay. Alrighty. Now, like I was saying earlier, you need to make sure keep the pad moving. Keep it going, keep it moving. The reason why you don't want to let it sit is if it sits, it builds up and it can warp. It can put a lot of heat into the plastic and warp it. So we don't want to do that. Now you see it's drying. You got this even kind of look and feel about it all across. So that's what you want. Okay. You don't want like a shiny spot over here and then dull over here. You want it all pretty much uniform. Okay, very uniform looking. So next, we just step down to the 1500. I'm not going to show you that because it's pretty much the same thing we've been doing already. Okay. So I'm going to do the 1500 next. And I will show you the results afterwards. Start getting towards the 1500, then it starts, after the 1500, you can start noticing a little bit of difference. So, be right back. Okay, we're back, y'all, and you can see it's looking a little bit clearer. It's not perfect yet, but we're on, we got a couple more steps to go, and then it's going to be done. The tape is just to protect the painted surfaces everything we don't want to sand. Okay, all of this stuff though, the residue that comes off the headlights, that can be, as you can see, I just wiped it with my fingers. It's coming off. It's not that big a deal. It can be washed away. It's not that big a deal. Okay, all right. So, furthermore, sometimes like this one here, you can, I don't know if you can see it or not on the camera, but there's some oxidation inside the lens that can happen. When that happens, there's not really anything you can do about it. You just have to, live with it. A lot of these kits, they're going to make them better. Sometimes as almost as good as a new one. But lots of times, if you want like brand new, you just sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to buy brand new. Later on, probably will do that, but not right now at the moment. So, also, all of these like little letters and stuff you see down here and up here, little letters and numbers, stuff like that. You can mask those off and not polish them if you want. That's entirely up to you. There's no danger of anything going wrong if you sand those off, okay? Which you're probably not going to sand them off anyway. What little you're sanding, you're trying to get the corroded, the oxidized surfaces off of this, okay? And then sand out your scratches. That's what we're doing. Okay, so, all right. So again, same procedure. Just keep the pad moving, lubricate it, keep it going. Keep everything lubricated and keep it moving. And Oliver's here to check everything out and do a CAT scan. So there we go. Here we go. And there he goes. So, and be right back. Okay, now, I don't know if I said it or not, but earlier I was doing the 3000 grit. Before that, the 1500. Before that, the 800. And then before that, the 500. Now I'm doing this here polishing compound, or a rubbing compound. Then I'm doing a polishing compound. So I'm going to do those and get these on here. I'm doing these by hand, but oh, wait a minute. Duh. Jesus. You ever have those days, man? You do something just really goofy? Okay. I can put at least one of them on with the drill, and that's exactly what I'm going to go do right now. Yeah, here we go. So, here's the 3000 grit getting removed, hopefully. Yes, there we go. As you can tell, this kit's probably several years old. Polished a lot of headlights and a lot of tail light lenses and everything. So this has done a lot of work. So now, rubbing and polishing compounds. Word of caution. Shake up the bottle before you use it. Okay. Then again, keep this thing moving. Furthermore, make sure This stuff, make sure you understand, this stuff is not wax. Okay? And battery's dead. But that's okay. Because it's time to get this stuff off. So here we go. This stuff you do not let this stuff dry on your headlight. Okay? Because if you do, it is very hard to get off. You don't let it dry on anything. Headlight, painted surfaces, it doesn't matter. Do not let this stuff dry. This is turning out pretty doggone nice. I mean, yeah. You got this spot here, right here, that doesn't look so hot, but there's nothing I can do about that. That's inside, and I think that's actually some moisture in there, so I might be able to pop that bulb out and let this thing dry out, then put the bulb back in. That might take care of itself. So, yeah, I'm looking at that now. That looks more like moisture in there, condensation. So, but it's looking great. It's looking so much better than it did before. So, but that's the thing, that's what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to get this to look better so it doesn't look so dull. Not only does it look better, but it performs better. You can see further. That's the big thing. Okay, that's so much safer than just being able to see just a little bit down the road. Now you can see a little bit further down the road, possibly see like, animals or people or whatever, vehicles, anything that could be in your way, which is really super important. So, next, I'm going to do a little polishing compound and then some wax. Now, to keep this from coming back, what you do, spray wax. Okay? That spray wax is excellent for plastics. It's excellent for like painted surfaces and plastics. So, is it like as good as like hand applied wax? No, it is not. If you've got the time to put hand applied, a regular wax on there, then do it. But if you don't, spray wax is really, really good. Okay? So, anyway, all right, let's get busy here, and I'm going to pause this and do the polishing compound and show you a little bit more. Okay, y'all, we can see right here, nice improvement, good improvement. Should be able to see a little further down the road. Headlights a little brighter. So, I already started on this one over here. So, again, sometimes not a replacement for like a new headlight, but if you can get another couple of years out of a headlight, lens assembly like this, maybe even another 3 or 4, that's great. So, I'm going to keep polishing on this one, get it looking good, and do everything I did on this one that I did on that one over there. So, all right, let's carry on. Be right back. Okay, here we go. Polish this one up. This one turned out really super nice. Probably tell the difference. I'm probably going to have to do this one again. So, do the driver's side again. Probably at a later date. Got to run some errands with this truck tomorrow, so. Anyway, okay. So I thought I would show you all this and give you a little step-by-step on how to do all this. If you got any questions about this or anything else, you know what to do. You're smart. Post them down below. Post your questions down below in the comment section. I will be very happy to answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. So thank you very much. God bless. And have a great one.